Pieter Levels created Photo AI, Interior AI, Remote OK, and Nomad List, and these 4 softwares generate him over $200,000 per month passively without any employees.
Let's say $100 product, you only need 10,000 people, for $1 million. I was like shocked. Is that accurate? Yeah, it is accurate.
An inspiring success story, but the reality might surprise you. Pieter didn't just launch these 4 softwares, he launched actually over 70 businesses, and yet only a few ever started generating revenue. 95% of everything that he's done failed. His success rate is only about 5%. Yet, Pieter never gave up. His story should inspire you, yet above all, educate you about how to make $2.7 million a year as a one-man show, how to launch your ideas extremely fast, and resilience, how to keep launching products after failure. This is the story of a self-made multimillionaire called Pieter Levels that built his business empire from his laptop while traveling the world. So what's his secret to his astronomical success? You have to start with why. You need to want it badly. You need to want to break out of the system so much that you can't think of anything else than working for your freedom to reach financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. If you don't really want it, you just want to have a nomadic lifestyle, just want to travel, make a few $100 here and there, you will fail. The success rate is very slim, and we only see always the tip of the iceberg, the success stories like Pieter Levels, but you don't see the 95% of digital nomads that just fail. Every success starts with an idea. How do you get good ideas?
Well, you have to start doing crazy shit. So you have to, go skydiving, or you go trek to the jungle for 6 months alone without any phone, or just do some original stuff.
Only by trying new things, by traveling new countries, you will experience new things, new products, new services that bring you these aha moments and that lead then to great business ideas. If you do the same thing as everyone else, you will get the same results as everyone else. Pieter made his first $2,000 monthly with an electronic music YouTube channel back in the days. He grew up in the Netherlands, a highly advanced economy, very good welfare system, so he technically wouldn't have to worry about anything anymore. But he was feeling like in a cycle, like in a trap, that he was doing the same thing over and over again, and all of his friends were getting normal jobs, had less and less time for him, and he was already making money and had the freedom, but he was still in that safe location where he couldn't really get new and inspiring ideas. So what did he do? He booked a one-way flight to Bangkok, Thailand. He started a nomadic lifestyle by traveling a new country every single month, and he quickly realized that it is kind of lonely. You can't really keep friends because you're always hopping around. So something in his daily life was missing, and that was connections. And here he was looking at his own problem and figuring out a solution for that, because you are an expert at your own problems.
My thing is, like, I try to look at my own life and what I'm really annoyed with, what is like in my daily life, something I can work on, or something like information that's missing or whatever. Like with Nomad List, I wanted to know new cities where I could go.
This problem led him to one of his biggest success stories, nomadlist.com, which makes him around 50K a month since a few years. It's an online community for nomads like him to be able to connect in new cities, to have an online community, to rank which cities are the best, and it's his biggest success yet. If he sold that business, he would get a multi-million-dollar sum for it. But Nomad List wasn't by far his first idea. He had several other ideas, but later more in the build section of this video on how to actually turn all these ideas that you have in your mind into actual businesses that make money. How you can actually take action on this. Go to Notion, make a spreadsheet with columns ideas, promising, and building. And before we can build software projects, we of course have to learn how to code if we are a solopreneur, because we don't hire any people, right? So that's what he did. He actually graduated as a business student in the Netherlands. And then while he was on the road, he figured, I need to be able to build websites and programs to be able to build all these ideas that I have. So you go ahead, you go to freecodecamp.com, you go to YouTube, and you just learn while you build. You take the project that you want to build and learn exactly those steps, be it in Free Code Camp, be it now in ChatGPT, be it on YouTube, and apply those while you're building. And I think this is the best way to learn coding. And coding is also an essential part if you're looking for this nomadic lifestyle where you can work online, because code is of course all online. Now to building your idea. You probably have a ton of ideas. That's why Pieter's philosophy is to validate your idea as quickly as possible. That's why in the early days he started a project called 12 Startups in 12 Months, which seems like a crazy idea. I mean, who builds 12 startups in 1 year? However, behind it stands his so-called shotgun philosophy. As you never know which idea really works, you want to try many. A lot of startups marry themselves to one idea and get caught up in building for months, for years before releasing actually any version out there. And once they build for 2 years and put it on the market, they sometimes see that there is no demand at all for their solution. So they wasted 2 entire years without making any revenue. And that is what Pieter Levels wanted to avoid. 12 Startups in 12 Months is a simple but yet powerful framework that I am actually doing myself right now. Subscribe to the channel for more updates on that. How it works is that you're only allowed to work at one idea at a time. Because if you spread your energy across 5 or 10 different projects, you can only work on one project 10%, on the other one 10%, on this 10%. And none of them, I guarantee you, none of them will ever pick up traction. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. In your Notion spreadsheet, in the building stage, you will only have one project at a time that you fully focus on, one idea. And you focus on that idea for 30 days exactly. Because 30 days is usually enough to get a website out there, to test some demand, to get a waitlist out there, at least, to maybe run some ads already for your idea. And then you see, is there any traction? Is there any demand for it? Maybe you can make your first dollar already. And when you do that, you can not only say that you fully committed to one idea, you can also very quickly validate, is this a good idea or is this not? And if you get no traction at all, it's pretty clear. After 1 month, you just kill the idea and you go to the next one. If you should get very good traction, let's say you make already your first $1,000 a month, of course you don't then kill the idea, but you take it over to the next month and try to go it further. So this framework is not designed that you have to have a new startup every single month, but that you validate all your ideas quickly and then you find your big winner maybe in month 2 already, maybe in month 1, maybe after 20 months. It doesn't really matter. And the same actually happened for Pieter. He didn't really build 12 startups in 12 months. He only built 7. And the 7th one was Nomad List, making him then 50K a month, which of course he didn't just kill, but built then further into a real sustainable business. So you build your idea and now it's time to actually launch it. How do you get users? If you don't have an audience already, there's a few websites that you can leverage. For example, Product Hunt. Product Hunt is a website that gets millions of visitors per month, and you can just launch your product there and you will get about 20 to 30,000 views probably on your landing page and get your first customers maybe. Another popular platform is Reddit. I haven't used that before, but apparently there's also a lot of people that are eager to try out your product. Of course, a free way would be to build your audience while you build your product, and that is also called Build in Public, which is a very popular framework on Twitter. And this is also a little bit what I'm doing with this YouTube channel here right now, giving you updates here and then, letting you know what I'm doing so you can learn from me or even then test and give feedback to the products that I'm launching. You should definitely focus on making money with that, because in the end, you are not building a charity. You want to be able to live off that project, buy your coffee and pay your rent. If people don't pay for your product, they don't value it. People value with their wallet. That implies that you build your startup for the right target group. Maybe you're in college and have a lot of ideas for college students. However, college students usually don't have money and don't really like another subscription. Whereas I, for example, built an AI software, and it happened to be that a lot of people from the Middle East subscribe to that software. So I'm basically only doing marketing for that region because they have purchasing power. And we also had users from other continents, but they were only using the free version and asking us, hey, can I get it for free? And I'm like, sorry, no, I have to pay my bills and pay the rent with that. So the rule for that is try to get your first customer in 30 days, monetize them with ads, subscriptions, and donations. Lastly, focus on recurring revenue. You don't just want to have someone paying you $10 once if they could be paying you $10 monthly, because that is a way higher customer lifetime value and increases the amount of money you make substantially. Second to last, automate. As you're a solopreneur, you don't want to be answering every customer's email. You don't want to fix any issue all day long. You want to automate as much as possible, and good no-code tools for automating is, for example, Zapier. I'm using this a lot in my business. Or of course, if you can code, then go ahead and write code for everything, because essentially code is like another employee for you, and you can have hundreds, thousands of little employees that do all day long stuff for you and automate the hell out of your business. Because once the code is running, you don't have to pay them salary, you don't have to negotiate with them, it just runs for you. Lastly, you may want to exit your business. You may want to exit your business because you get a huge sum of money at one time compared to having it over the next 10 years. And maybe you're tired of that business, you want to have a new one. So how can you exit a business that you've built? Well, there's actually a few great websites out there nowadays where you can list your business and there's hundreds of thousands of buyers that will bid on your business. One platform is, for example, called acquire.com. Another one is flipper.com. I'm actually going through an acquisition process right now and I will share more updates on my channel here, so subscribe if that is of interest for you. My hope for this video is that it gave you inspiration on finally starting your own project. It can also be part-time next to your studies or next to your job, but there's no better feeling in seeing people paying for a service or a product that you created and writing you emails like, hey, this is awesome, and creating your freedom through building projects. I can highly recommend going to Pieter's YouTube channel and watch the video how to build a startup without funding. I'll leave a link in this bio here. That was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and see you in the next one. Bye bye.